A lot of noise today in the media about U.S. airstrikes, along with Arab partners hitting ISIS targets inside Syria. And that is what it is. It's just a lot of noise about not very much in the grand scheme of things. There were a total of 8 airstrikes, 8 of them. It says Arab allies participated, although it quotes unspecified support. They don't say how exactly what their role was. 47, I believe, cruise missiles launched. Targets they were targeting were a training camp, a munitions production facility, a communications building, and a command and control facility, and that's all. No reports of how many ISIS militants were killed. No confirmed reports of how much damage was done. You can see in the Washington Times alone, there were 4 articles today, all talking about this and all more or less repeating the same things. There's another article about John Kerry posing the question, do they have the right to pursue militants into Syria? And there's really no need for that, because once they push them into the Syrian army, they're basically going to hit a brick wall. They'll have nowhere to go. But it's basically just a lot of talk about very little. I said 3 days ago, look for this president to do nothing. Let me rephrase that a little bit. Look for him to do as little as possible to just to satisfy the public in dealing with this ISIS army. Again, the media fails to report that this president wanted to help this same group under the name Syrian rebels only a couple of months ago. He's introduced a bill into Congress which was passed, although apparently they're having second thoughts now. This bill was to send $500 million in training and weapons to a group of Syrian rebels who nobody knows who they are. And the point of training these Syrian rebels is to take on ISIS, apparently. So, which kind of defeats the purpose of being a Syrian rebel. If you're not going to fight Syria, doesn't seem to make sense. Hey, we're Syrian rebels, but we're going to go fight ISIS right now. That doesn't make sense. The media ignoring the fact this president tried to use our military to help this ISIS army just a couple of months ago and attack the Syrian government, the Syrian military. Completely ridiculous that the media would take the American people to be so stupid as to not realize that. And unfortunately, a lot of the people just are too ignorant and not paying attention to what's going on to even realize this. Again, this president, he supported this same group of Islamic militants, no matter what name you want to give them, in Libya, when they were the Libyan rebels, used our military to support them, sent them weapons, sent them aid, and completely bypassed Congress to do it, saying he had UN approval, didn't need congressional approval. So that's treason again right there. There's treason. There's aiding our Al-Qaeda enemies. A lot this president has done, and again, just completely ignored by the media. I stand by my statement. I will refine it a little bit. Look for this president to do as little as possible, next to nothing, regarding the attack of this ISIS army, or whatever name we're calling it now. And these airstrikes, I believe, were mainly just to satisfy the public. Again, no confirmed reports of how many kills, no confirmed reports if these targets were hit, and by the size of this army, what they're at now, these strikes amount to very little. They could be growing at a faster rate per day than what damage was done over the weekend. So look for this president to continue to do as little as possible to confuse the issue, to try and twist things in order to attack Syria, and and just stall and delay. And I'll keep you updated.